Hey everybody, Ron Vainberg here with your tip of the week. And this topic actually happens to be very appropriate for what's already happening this week. And very simply, it says, where does your mind go? And what am I talking about? It could be regarding to anything in the business. Where does your mind go if a deal is going south? Where does your mind go if interest rates move? Which is really very topical because we came in from the weekend, Monday morning, to find that the 10-year Treasury was up by 9 or 10 basis points. Now, depending on what part of the country you're in, some of you woke up and saw this, and the market was already well into its flow, interest rates had adjusted and what have you, and others, you woke up and you were sitting there thinking, well, what's going to happen with the market? But this is the question, though. Where does your mind go? And right now, we have extraordinary volatility in the market. It doesn't seem like it's going to change anytime soon. And just when we think it's going to smooth out, something happens. There's so many variables here right now that we cannot really predict what's going to happen with the market. And if you've been watching any of my tips or anything, you know that I talk about this all the time. But today is, where do you go? If rates bump up, are you optimistic? Do you say, well, where's the opportunity? Or if rates bump up, do you all of a sudden go into fear, doubt, worry? Where are you going in your mind is so important for you to start recognizing. Because if it goes to a negative place, and I'm not saying that there aren't challenges, but if it goes to a negative place, you're already reducing your capacity to be creative and move forward. And why do I say this? Because roughly 80% of the volume today is done by 20% of the originators. It's the Pareto principle. And are you going to be part of the 20% or are you going to be part of the 80%? Well, what I can tell you is this. The 80% live over on this side. The 20% live here. It doesn't mean that there can't be a challenge. It doesn't mean that you can't have a moment. The question is, though, how long do you stay there? How quickly do you get yourself out of it? And how quickly do you move yourself forward? So ask yourself, start paying attention to this. Look at when something negative happens, where does your mind go? And if you find that it's going in the direction that I'm talking about here, which is where we've got to be concerned, you have the power to change that. And all you have to do is just ask yourself a simple question. Question might be, where's the opportunity? How do I take advantage of this? How are most other people going to react? And how do I react better? Hope you enjoyed today's tip. We'll see you next week.